say Mama, I see boys. Where's your sister? She and her. Oh, are you in Narnia? Come out there. Come out and see the people. You're funny. Got you. Come out and see the people. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. Here. People want to see you. Yeah. Oh, I need my phone. Oh, that's why this looks a little crooked on the stream. There we go. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our thank you segment. I think you should be able to hear me. I'm trying to check the cameras. Oh, it's a little low. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, thank you for joining me today as we open some gifts. I already think most of these gifts are from Sherry. She sends us a lot of stuff, and she sent us a bunch of things on our wish list, I guess. But I do think there's one or two things for other people as well, which is great. I'm just going to check the app here to make sure you can hear me loud and clear, Will says. Great. Awesome. And I know we're recording too, so that's good. On the news front, we actually haven't, so you might remember that Asiago was pretty sick. So Asiago is actually with the vet right now at the shelter. She had a pretty bad URI, and we could have treated the URI. That was fine. I wasn't too worried about that part. But her eye was so swollen that it was shut so tight that I couldn't even get eye drops in it. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't treat her eye if I can't feel safe putting eye drops in it. So they said that they would keep her at the vet for a while. So she went there on Sunday, I think she went to the vet. And she's been there ever since. I did get an update about her, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday. But since then, the foster people haven't been getting back to me. I think there might be some scheduling conflicts with Easter and with COVID-19. And so they're probably just really busy, and they would totally let me know if there was anything wrong. So I just assume that Asiago is getting better and that she hopefully will come back with us on Monday. On Monday, these guys are due for a set of vaccines. Now, they're also almost 2 pounds. So they're only supposed to be 7 weeks on Monday. But I'm now kind of thinking that they were older than a week when we got them, because most litters we have not all reached 2 pounds before 7 weeks. And these guys, I think when I weigh them tonight, they may all three be already 2 pounds. So what that means is that they're going to be ready for surgery and adoption very soon. And so I'm expecting to take them for vaccines on Monday, and we may even have them scheduled next week for surgery. Now, we still have to dry out Brie. She's hiding in the cheese right now. She's not a big fan of noises and everything. And so we're going to have to dry up her milk supply before she can be fixed. So we'll have to arrange with the shelter what we want to do about that. We have been trying to get the kittens and Brie out into the house to explore. And so hopefully we can allow them to explore some more and Brie can get out and all of that kind of thing. So if you're watching the stream and you don't see any kittens, it might be because they're out exploring, or they are really good at hiding now in Narnia or in their little bed that flattens out, or in the cheese. They're good at hiding from the cameras. So yeah, that's that. These guys are all doing great. They're super duper healthy, super duper cute too, right, Parm? And so yeah, there's really not much more news than that. Oh, you might have seen about our possums that we found in Holly's cat house. I tweeted about it and posted on Discord. So one morning I was going out to feed Holly and Harry and Carol, the neighborhood cats. We call them the Breakfast Club. And Seamus Opossum was standing right outside Holly's house. So I was like, no worries, like he's just standing outside the house. He'll run away when I walk up to the house. And he did. But then I opened up her house to get her food dish out, and there was another possum there with at least 4 little possum babies in Holly's house just laying there. And she was surprised, but she let me grab the food dish and close the door and everything with the baby still on there. She let me come back and take a picture of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And then I looked up a little bit about possums. I knew they were marsupials. But the fact that the babies were outside the pouch means they were at least 2 months old already. And they weren't born in Holly's house. And so I just left them, and then an hour or maybe 2 hours later, they left. So Seamus came back after I had scared him away. And so apparently possums stayed together after they mate. And we saw on the camera that later he left, and right behind him was the mom possum. It was really hard to see on the camera, but I think the babies were actually clinging to her back. And if you look up possums, that's what they do. The babies cling to their mom's back, and mom transports them around. And so they left safely. They apparently Perry said he saw them go all around the perimeter of the yard, and they've apparently found a new place to live, because we haven't seen them since then. Now, they may be coming at night and grabbing food, some of the cat food or something like that, but we haven't seen them. Now, what's really funny is I rewound the cameras. We have a camera out there that we can rewind and look back on. And I did that. I went back on the camera, and apparently Seamus had been guarding the house almost all night. And when it was light enough for me to see on the camera, he had actually chased away a third possum. And so there's another possum that we've seen before that we call Bob. He's this big old possum. And apparently he kept trying to come and see the babies and the mama possum, and Seamus chased him away at least 3 different times. It was so funny to watch on the camera. It was so funny. It wasn't good enough quality to share or to try to capture or anything. I don't even really know how to do that, but it was just so funny to go back and watch the possum antics. The craziest part is that Bob would come up, Seamus would chase him away, and he did it over and over again. But then Holly and Harry were right there, just as close as Bob, and Seamus wasn't even chasing them away. It's like he didn't care that there were cats there, but another possum, man, not allowed. And so that's our crazy possum story. We have possums that I think they think they're cats. And so that's our little funny story about our crazy possum adventure. Oh, sorry. I was trying to get up the list here. So that's our crazy possum story. So I'll just keep you updated if there's more possum antics that happen here. And in the meantime, we'll continue on with thank yous. So I was getting the list up on my phone because we actually have some new Patreons or some people who have upped their Patreon pledge. And we so appreciate you guys for helping support our fostering here and our foster kittens. And our outdoor activities as well, with fixing the cats and giving the outdoor cats some food and a good life. And so we have more people on our list now, so let me read through our list of Tier 2 and higher Patreon supporters. We have April, Mooselittle, LisaK, Macho Grande, PepperSimba, Benaiah and Malka, Missy and Greg, Eggster, Mandy, Amy E, Frolly's mom, Shawnabouttown, Stanley G, CaliGal, Hils, Matthew, CallieMo and SirGeek, AJ China and Company, Heck Yes Deidre, Holly H, Little Word, Pat MM, Will K, Little Cat Feet, NC Esther Teacher, Erglemix, Suburban Heaven and Suburban Hell, Lily Cat's Mom, KF Lisa, Jan Rob, Sherry B, Karen Sows, Robin, Maple Linny, and Christy. We've got a lot of supporters now, and those are just our Tier 2 and higher. We also have a lot of $1 supporters, and we really appreciate you too. Those dollars certainly add up. And if you support us on patreon.com/Bru Cats, you too can join us on Discord for only $1 a month. We look at a lot of pictures of these guys. toys. The possum antics were posted there. We chit-chat about other things. All sorts of stuff goes on our Discord. So you're welcome to join us for $1 a month. So thank you again to our supporters there. Now let's open some boxes and envelopes. So you can see I kind of already started opening this envelope because this one was addressed just to me instead of to Bru Cats. So I was like, what did I order? But I stopped before I completely opened it because I saw this little note. It says, hi, Melissa and Perry. Life has been so busy this year, so I don't get to check in as often as I'd like, but you guys are always in my thoughts and prayers. Hugs to all the adorable Bru Cats and cheeses. Lots of love, Janelle, Skittles, and Peanuts. So this is from Jamrock. And this is some filters for our cat fountains. And actually, I just changed the filters a few days ago. And I think I only have a couple filters left. So it's great that we have a replenished supply of filters. It's wonderful. Thank you so much, Jan Rob. Then we have this box, and this feels like cat food to me. So let's see. All right, let's see here. It says, enjoy your gift from Sherry B. Yep, Sherry B said she sent us some things, and this is some chicken cat food. So that's good. We did just open 2 more flats of this, one of each of the flavors. And so it's going to be great to have some extra as well. Thank you so much, Sherry B. Now we also have this one. This one's very light. I'm interested to see what it is. Oh, wow. Okay. So this says, enjoy your gift from Sherry B ×2. And we have crinkle balls and Charlie balls. So many, like an unending supply. Holy cow. So this is a lot. There's a lot of cat toys. This is going to last us a very long time. So thank you, Sherry B, for that. I'm actually going to unpackage them a little bit. Actually, I'll do that later. Whatever. I'll do that later. But we already have Charlie balls and crinkle balls out for these guys somewhere. There's a crinkle ball over there. There's a Charlie ball over there. So we'll have more now for our next group. All right, now we have a heavy one here. This one is over or almost 50 pounds. So I had to push it in here rather than carry it so I didn't hurt myself. Which means I suspect it's litter, but not just litter. We also have a cat hammock. So I put this on our wish list because I saw it on Kitten Academy. And so there's a little bowl cat hammock here. I think this is the, orange and gray one. And so I'll be putting this out for our next group, little bowl bed for them to have. So that'll be really great. Put it over here. And then, yes. Oh, here's our notes. Enjoy your gift from Sherry B. Told you most of it was Sherry B, but we did have that one from Jan Rob. And it looks like a whole case of cat litter. Geez, it's in like a really well-sealed box here. Hold on. You guys need to get used to all these noises. Oh, where did Brie go? Oh, she's out of the cheese and behind the cat tree. Oh, really well-sealed. I'm trying to get it out because we need it. There we go. Okay. Woohoo! So yeah, we've got 2 of these. And we actually need litter. We're out of litter in this room. So this is perfect. 2 big, huge boxes of our Fresh Step multi-cat that we prefer. I'm going to move them over right now so that we don't clog up the whole room. And then we'll deploy some of that. Oh, I just found some springs and more toys. You guys, your toys are everywhere, kids. So thank you to Sherry B for all of that stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Litter and food and toys. And we have one more box. We've got this big giant box here that was actually sent to our public address. So Sherry sends to our personal address because she already has that one. Then this one was sent to our public address. Oh, Jan Rob too. Jan Rob sent to us personally. And this is really big, but really light. So I have no idea what it could be. Perry picked it up for me today. It's like less than 5 pounds for this big box. So let's see what it might be. Oh, wow. Wow, it's huge. Is there a note? Yes, okay. So let's see the note here. It says, "Hi, Bru. Enjoy your gift from Elizabeth A.H. Hope the kitties enjoy." Well, thank you, Elizabeth. This is a giant cat bed. Look, it's huge. It's like a giant cat bed. Huh. You know what? This would be amazing to put in a mom cat box. Wouldn't it? It'd be amazing. Not for like a berth, but put it in the mom cat box for a cushion at the bottom, and then cover it with blankets. So this would be really good for if we have another mom cat with her babies who need to be in a box. Very cool. What do you guys think? It's not for you. You guys have enough beds. Yeah, you don't even use them. Well, you do actually. But yeah. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. This is wonderful. What a wonderful surprise. So lots of wonderful gifts today. Thank you so much. We got some supplies that we regularly use and some more toys for our future kids and cat hammocks and everything like that. So thank you to Jan Rob and to Sherry and to Elizabeth for sending us all these wonderful things. That is all we have to unwrap today. So let me see if there's been anything mentioned in chat here. No, nothing really mentioned in chat. These kittens, why are you guys so fraidy cat? It's not like we're that quiet in this house, goodness. So actually, honestly, the kittens aren't really that scared at all. They were really adventurous when we let them out explore and everything like that. Brie is a little bit timid, but it's not like people timid. It's like loud noises timid. She loves people. If you ever see her come out for Perry and I, she just wants pets all the time. But if you remember Brie's story, she came from an owner who was an older lady, and I'm suspecting that she lived alone and it was a really quiet house. And so Brie came from a pretty quiet environment. And so whenever we have loud noises, she kind of likes to hide in the cheese or underneath the cat tree. And so we're trying to get her used to noises. It doesn't affect her kids, which is really important. So like with Holly's litter and before when we had Melora, they were really timid moms and it really affected the behavior of their kittens to the point where we had to separate them early to get the kittens more well adjusted. But Brie's kittens are not like that. So even though Brie's a little more timid, her kittens are just fine. So that's nice. We're really hoping we can get Asiago back before too long, mostly because I miss her. It's weird to have 4 or 3 kittens when we used to have 4, but also because we need her paw prints. I haven't done paw prints yet for these guys, so I'm gonna probably try to get these 3 this weekend, and then hopefully we get Asiago back for at least a couple days and can get her prints too. I'll keep everyone updated when I know about Asiago. I do know the shelter is technically closed tomorrow, so like I said, we may not hear about Asiago until Monday. But I completely trust the shelters taking care of her, and they're doing a great job. They actually have another group of kittens right now that's up for adoption that I'm sure have been scooped up really quick. Those kittens are called like Cucumber and Carrot and all these really silly garden names. It's pretty silly. So we're not the only one who names our kittens silly names, right guys? Right guys? Where did Gouda go? Oh, he's sleeping near Narnia. Hi, Zola. Hi, Parm. Are you guys sniffing the box? Can they see you? Yeah, they can. Cool. Good. All right, you guys. So that ends our thank you segment for today. Thanks for listening to my little stories. Again, I'll let you know about Asiago and if I see any more possum activity. In the meantime, you guys can keep watching these guys play. We'll probably let them out explore pretty soon after dinner, probably. After they get some dinner, and so do the other cats. But yeah, keep on watching. If these guys are sleeping, turn to our friends at Kitten Academy or to our other friends at Club Smoosh. Both have kitten cameras. And I hope you have a happy Easter. Much love. Squeeze a kitten for me.